Hello everyone, my name is Gina Oliver and I'm doing my book review on The Big Disconnect with the subtitle of Protecting Childhood and Family Relationships in the Digital Age, and the author is Catherine Steiner Adair. So this book focused on many different points, many different arguments, and backed up with a lot of statistics, but I'm going to focus on three major focus points that I think were the most important. So the first one is technology and its effect on our brain. 2, the problems faced when parents are distracted by technical devices. And 3, the premature loss of childhood innocence due to technology. So 1, technology and its effect on our brain. So a lot of people feel that they are addicted to whatever technical device they use. It could be a TV, a phone, a tablet, or whatever you may use. So the author described it as if your phone or whatever device you're using sends off a ding or a ping or notification, you actually have a chemical that is released, and it's called dopamine. And it is a chemical that goes to the brain, and when it's released, it sends a feeling of pleasure. And we get this feeling when we eat something good, and when people have sex, and unfortunately, when people also do drugs. So the next one is the problems faced when parents are distracted by technical devices. And I broke this one down into 2 separate parts, and I feel that they're related and go hand in hand. So I included them both. So how it hurts children physically and how it hurts children emotionally. So we'll start with 2A, how it hurts children physically. So have you ever been walking on a device, maybe texting, on a phone call, maybe scrolling through Instagram, and you're so in tune with virtual reality that you're distracted from what's actually going on around you? You might actually bump into something or someone, but you think it's funny, and it is because it's completely innocent. But it's not all fun and games when a parent or a caregiver is supposed to be watching a child, and that child can unfortunately get hurt. And the author gathered information from, I believe it was, local emergency rooms and the Center of Disease Control. And they found that there is a strong link between parents and using technical devices and children getting injured. And unfortunately, this is all due to technology and just parents unable to supervise a child when they're supposed to be. And 2B, how it hurts children emotionally. So, lots of people always talk about our generation, or younger even, being attached to technology. And we're locked into our computers, or always on our phones, but it's not really talked about how technology and parents and how they're consumed by technology and how the child may feel. So the author did a study, and she interviewed different children from, I believe it was toddlers, all the way to high school students. Although their answers were different depending on their age, they all had the same central idea, and was based around the central theme, which was they all felt neglected and they felt sad. And that's understandable, because when a parent is staring at a screen, they're basically telling the child without saying it that whatever I'm doing right now is more important than what you have to say or show me. And according to a psychologist in the book, according to the author, that feeling of neglect from parents has a long-lasting effect on children, and they can cause frustration, and they may struggle in school, and other factors just as that. And 3, the premature loss of childhood innocence due to technology. So, have you ever stood back for a second and you wondered to yourself, children are growing up way too fast? Well, if you do, you're absolutely correct, and technology has a major impact on why that's so. And in this book, the author actually calls it adultified. And I like the way she did this because she describes it as children being around a adult culture, and they're being adultified because they're exposed to too much information way too soon, and too much horrible information, harsh information, and they're not ready for it. And this tends to change the way they act, and even the way they look, they behave, and the way they may even dress. And this can actually cause them to make wrong decisions, go down different paths in life. And also, to continue that, parental control used to be a lot easier. If a parent said no, the answer was no, and it was very easy to monitor the kid and see if they're actually following your rules. But with technology, it's almost impossible to monitor your children and make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to and they're listening to your rules. And my thoughts about the book. There are many topics of technology that I was unaware of, and just when you thought everything was talked about, there were 300 pages to make sure that she talked about everything. So I think I was a little dragged out a bit. I don't think it had to be 300 pages long. Also, this book is made in 2014, so in technical terms, through technology, 2014 is considered outdated and old. So I'm sure if there was an updated version, 2019, she would have probably 300 pages more of information to talk about. But I did agree with a lot of the stuff that she said. The only thing is I wish that she had more statistics to back up what she said, because there were things that I was thinking and she was saying it on paper, and I wanted her to back it up with statistic, but she was unable to do so. And I noticed that with a lot of opinions that she had, she would just back it up with another opinion. And I was waiting for that statistic to kind of confirm what I was saying and believed in and what she was believing in. So I just wish she used a little bit more of outside resources to confirm what we both agreed on. But other than that, it was a great book. It was a lot of information and things that I didn't think about, she also brought in. But yeah, I would recommend this book. Thank you for listening.